What's up, everybody? My name's Dykxhoorn, and this is Extra Innings. How's it going, everybody? It is so good to be back. I am back in Taiwan for another season this year, 2022, with the Uni Lions. I'm super excited. Can't wait to get the season going, get out of quarantine. I'm currently on day 5 out of my 10-day quarantine, so I'm halfway there. Haven't gone too crazy yet, but I'm excited to get out of here and get ready for the season. So if you haven't noticed, yes, that is Wrigley Field behind me. That is the wallpaper on the wall in my room, so it's keeping me motivated for the season coming up, and I'm really excited. So for this video, I'm going to do a Q&A. I put out a question on my Instagram page if anybody had any questions. So I'm going to go through these. There's a lot of them. There's almost 50. Some of them are kind of repeats, so I'll just answer one of those, obviously, but probably pretty quick answers. I just want to keep this moving so we can get to as many questions as we can, and hopefully you guys learn something about me, or yeah, I can help you guys out with those questions. So without further ado, let's get to number one. Number one is, which MLB player do you like the most? My favorite MLB player growing up was Roy Halladay with the Blue Jays. Obviously, growing up close to Toronto, I was a Blue Jays fan, and I still am a Blue Jays fan. And Roy Halladay was just an unbelievable pitcher, and I really liked the way he went about his business and the way he pitched, and he was just exceptional. So, Roy Halladay. Number two, in this season, there are some foreign hitters in almost every team. What's your opinion about this? It's going to be different. Every team, except I think Rakuten, will have a foreign hitter this year, so it will definitely change lineups when those guys are in. My plan doesn't change. I like to kind of watch those hitters and see what they're trying to do, and then use my pitches against them. So every hitter I face, I have a little bit different strategy against, so it'll just be a matter of kind of learning those new hitters and going from there. But it is going to change lineups. It's going to make things exciting, probably a little bit more offensive. So it's going to be different this year, but I'm excited for it. Number three, they are asking if I can talk about my ice fishing experience from this winter. If you haven't seen that video, go back. I believe it's 2 videos ago. Ice fishing in Canada. It's one of my favorite things to do in the winter. It's a lot of fun. We had a really cold winter this year, so the ice was really good. It was about 12 inches thick, about 30 centimeters, which is plenty of ice. And yeah, we set up a hut, we set up a heater, bring some food along, and enjoy our time out there. And we didn't catch too many fish that trip, but it was a lot of fun going out with some friends and family. So yeah, we had a great time. I love ice fishing. I love getting out in the winter and being outside. So that's one of my favorite things to do. Next, is it comfortable to call your name and cheer for you during warm-up and before the game? If yes, would you like English or Chinese Mandarin name? Absolutely. You can yell my name. I always hear you guys. I don't always respond because I'm focused on my warm-up and getting ready for the game. But I have no problem with anybody yelling my name. I know my name in both Mandarin and English, so whatever you want, Budeka or Brock, whatever. It always excites me and gets me going for the game. So if you're at a game in Tainan or elsewhere that I'm pitching, please feel free to yell out my name. Even if I don't respond, it's all good. Next question. Who is the most annoying hitter in the CPBL? I've put some thought into this one. There's a lot of good hitters, a lot of annoying hitters in the league. I think one of my favorite hitters to watch and least favorite hitters to pitch against is number 11 on the Monkeys. Lin Hung Yu, I believe is his name. He's very good at getting the barrel of the bat to the ball. He just always makes hard contact even if he gets out. And yeah, I just think he's a very good hitter. And I know he's had a lot of success in this league in the past. And yeah, he's just a good hitter, and he's in a lineup. Rakuten has a lot of good hitters, so you can't really avoid him because the next guy up is also a good hitter. So he's in a good lineup of hitters, and he himself is a good hitter. So it's kind of a bad combination for pitchers going against him. Which player do you like the most? And I clarified on the Lions. They said yes. My favorite player on our team. I've got 2, but I'm going to go with Monster, number 60, a relief pitcher for us. He's a lot of fun. We joke back and forth. He's got a little bit of English. I try to mix in a little bit of Mandarin, and we go back and forth and have some fun. So we share a lot of laughs together, and I really like him. Next question. Do you have any favorite Chinese or Korean restaurants in Canada? Not too many. Most of the Chinese places in Canada are fast food, which it's not even really traditional Chinese food. It's kind of Americanized Chinese food. But there is one Korean barbecue restaurant that I actually tried before I went to Korea 3 years ago. And I really liked that kind of Korean barbecue style, and it's a lot different than what we're used to at home, as far as just ordering food to the table and cooking it right in your table. So I went with family for that, and it was a lot of fun. That would probably be my favorite. I think it was called Spring Grill. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. And like I said, most of the Chinese places are kind of fast food. It's fine, it's good food, but it doesn't compare to eating the food here. Next question, what's the perfect ice cream sundae? I got to admit, and they're going to probably say I'm nuts, I'm not a huge ice cream guy. I don't mind it, but it's not one of my top desserts. I guess if I'm making an ice cream sundae, it's probably going to be pretty generic. Obviously ice cream, a banana, you got to have a banana on a sundae. Chocolate syrup, and maybe a few sprinkles. I don't know, it's lame, that's a lame chocolate sundae, I know, but I'm not really a chocolate sundae guy. Next question is, what's your favorite sport outside of baseball? I am a huge ice hockey fan, the NHL, Toronto Maple Leafs. I grew up playing hockey, of course, in Canada, and I just love still watching it. I haven't played in a few years now, well, probably close to 10 years now, which is crazy to think. But no, I love hockey, and I still sometimes wish that I could play, but I'll save that for when I'm done playing baseball. Next, the group chats want to know, which player did you pretend to be when you're in your backyard playing baseball with friends? Like I said, Roy Halladay was my favorite player, favorite pitcher, so I think that's probably who I tried to be growing up. Just a great pitcher, and yeah, I wish I could be as good as he was. Do you have any personal goals other than the championship for this season? I don't set too many personal goals as far as like entire season goals. I kind of stick game by game, and I always just every game I want to go out and give my team the best chance to win. That changes every night what that looks like, but I just try to focus one game at a time and win that one game, and then once that one's over, then I start thinking about next week. As pitchers, you can kind of do that. You split everything up by weeks as starting pitchers just because you only play once a week, or once every 5 games or so. So no, I just try to stick to every game and focus the best I can on each game individually, and I try not to get too far outside of just one game. And of course, a team goal, we're always trying to win the championship, win a half, get to the playoffs, win the championship. But personally, I just try to focus one game at a time. Hi, Big Doctor. I like that nickname, so keep that going. What video games are you playing, or what TV shows or movies are you watching during quarantine? I haven't watched too many TV shows or movies. I don't really get into that kind of stuff. I guess just not my thing, but I have been playing some PlayStation. I play some NHL, NBA, and a new game called SnowRunner. I just got it before I came this year, and it's not my favorite game, but it's really good at passing a lot of time. All of a sudden, 3 hours will be gone, and for quarantine, I'm all in for killing 3 hours. Next, are you trying anything new during quarantine? Not really. I've got a few things that I've done for a few years, but maybe haven't done as much as I want to, and I'm just trying to spend some more time on that stuff. Some of it is on my iPad, kind of like drawings and computer programs, that kind of stuff, and then another is a guitar. I did bring a little traveler guitar. I'm not very good. I'm learning. I've been learning for a long time, but it's just something fun to do to pass some time. All right, next question is, do you think about staying 9 seasons in the CPBL just like Mike Lurie? Good question. I don't know. Mike is he's had a tremendous career here. He's had so much success, and he's been such a great pitcher for so long. We'll see. Every year is different. Every year brings new opportunities and challenges, and all I can say is I really do love my time that I've spent in Taiwan and with the Uni Lions. My teammates are the best. The coaches are the best. I really enjoy being in Tainan and with the Lions. So I don't know about 9 years. We'll see where my career goes, but I have really enjoyed my time. Hey Brock, a casual question. What is your favorite or recommended place in your hometown? If COVID protocols alleviated, definitely want to try. My hometown is extremely small. I don't know that there's too much reason to go there if you were to visit Canada, but I guess Toronto is 2 hours away. That's probably the biggest city, the biggest spot that somebody might travel to, and it's an awesome city. I love Toronto. When I go, I'm not a huge city person, so I don't go a lot, but it is a cool city. The CN Tower is great. The Sky Dome, which is now the Rogers Center, where the Blue Jays play. It's a really cool facility with the view of the CN Tower. I think that's a really neat area. And then going along the waterfront of Lake Ontario in Toronto, I think is pretty neat too. So Toronto has so much to offer and it's so multicultural. I think that would be your best place to go on a vacation in my area. I'm curious about your vacation when you were back to your hometown. Would you mind sharing with us? Thank you very much. I didn't do a whole lot back home this year. It was a quick off season. I had to do a quarantine in Canada when I got home at my house. So once that 2 weeks was up, then I got pretty much right back to training. I wanted to kind of keep going, be ready for this season. Obviously, with the shortened off season, I didn't feel like I had enough time to really quit baseball activities for a while and then pick it back up. So I just kept training all off season. I took maybe 2 weeks off of throwing and then started throwing again. So it was a lot of training, a lot of time just spent at home with my wife. I do like just being home and relaxing there. I'm into woodworking. That's kind of a hobby of mine in the off season. So I did some woodworking, made some cool projects, a dining table, a few other small little things, a workbench. So spent a lot of time in my shop and just enjoying time with my family and friends and trying to visit family that obviously I can't visit during the year. So nothing too exciting, but just some good time with family. Next, who is your best friend in the CPBL except the Uni Lions? It would probably be, I guess, Teddy Stankiewicz because we obviously played together. Now he's on the Brothers. Teddy and I were good friends when he was in Taiwan with the Lions. Other than Teddy, I get along well with Mike Lurie, with Fubon. As you can tell, us foreigners kind of stick together a little bit, and we talk and meet up when we're playing each other. But yeah, those two guys would probably be two of my better friends in the CPBL, other than on our team. What is your goal in the Uni Lions this year? What food do you like to try in Taiwan? There's a lot of stuff that I don't even know of yet in Taiwan, so I'm always trying new stuff. There's some stuff I'm not willing to try. I think this year I really want to try a little bit wider range of fruits. Last year I tried fruits that I've had before, and I mean the Taiwan fruit is unbelievable. So I know there's a lot of different apples and some different fruits that Taiwan offers that I've never had before. I think that would be a cool thing to try this year, and yeah, just branch out. If it's anything like the rest of the fruit that I've tried in Taiwan, it can't be anything short of amazing. So that might be this year. Next question, how do you feel to be in quarantine? I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Quarantine is not fun. It sucks. I'm happy that this year it is 10 days instead of 14. That's going to be a huge relief for me. Just makes the time go quicker, obviously 4 less days, but no, quarantine is not a ton of fun. I don't enjoy it, but I get through it, and it's what we got to do. Obviously, Taiwan's been great keeping COVID under control, so we got to follow the rules they put in place because it's been working so well. So not fun, but I'm willing to do it so I can get back with the team and have a good season this year. Next, favorite food in Taiwan, and do you miss family and friends? Of course, I miss family and friends. Like I said, spent a lot of time with them this off season, so kind of hold me over for a little bit, but usually around midsummer, near the end of summer, it starts to set in a little bit, and it is nice to go home and visit family and friends. So my favorite food in Taiwan would be suijianbao. I just discovered them last year. I mean, they're delicious. They're really, really good. Just try not to eat too many of them because I don't want to get too big, but they are very good. Next question, who is the hardest player to deal with? I think I covered that. Like I said, there's so many players in this league that are good hitters, but I think Lin Hung Yu stands out in my mind as one of the better ones in the league. This next question, why the Lions? Yeah, I just love, honestly, I love my teammates. I love the situation in Taiwan, Tainan. Yeah, I just have so much fun with these guys, and regardless of what other opportunities I had this past off season and whatnot, I just really I cared about this team, and I want to see us do well. And the guys have been so great welcoming me into the team and treating me like part of the team, and that's my biggest reason to come back to Taiwan is those guys, and I just want to be with them again and win, and take the Lions back to the championship and win this year. So that's definitely my biggest reason of why I'm with the Lions is competing with those guys and having a lot of fun with them. Next question. I found that many pitchers in Taiwan are afraid to throw the ball on the inside corner. Can you give me some advice to help fix this? I think throwing inside, it's a necessary part of pitching, but I don't think it's anything more than just a mental block for a lot of guys. Some guys are scared to throw on that inside corner. They think that it's going to be home runs to the pull side or whatever, and of course that can happen sometimes, but I think it's important to throw inside, to just command both sides of the plate, to both right-handed and left-handed hitters. You got to keep them off balance and uncomfortable. If you're just away all day, they can kind of just adjust their sights over there, and it makes hitting easier for them if they can just eliminate the inside part of the plate. So I think it's just a mental thing that you have to own that inside part of the plate, and be willing to go in there and just not be scared to do so. It's all mental, at least for me. I just need to own that and not be scared to go in there. Hey Brock, just wanted to ask if you have any upcoming ideas in mind for your new theme, series, or content for your channel. Nothing planned out specifically right now as far as any themes or series. I kind of just go with the flow all year. This is something I just like to do in my off time, on off days or bus trips and stuff. So I kind of just I live my life in Taiwan, and if there's something that I want to share with fans or my family back home, I kind of do it. So nothing is too premeditated. It's just kind of enjoying my life here and trying new things, and make videos when I feel like doing it. So nothing planned yet. Next, hope you're doing well in quarantine. I wonder, do you by any chance know or even play against any of the foreign hitters this year? The only hitter that I know that is coming over this year for foreign hitters is Telvin Nash with the Dragons. I don't know him too well. He was with the Astros when I got drafted by the Astros, but he was a few levels higher than me. I think my first year he was in Double-A or High-A. So I've never pitched against him or pitched on the same team as him, but I just know seeing his face in spring training, and I knew who he was. So I don't have any inside scoops or any scouting reports on him, but I just know who he is from my time with the Astros. Which pitcher do you enjoy the competition with in CPBL? I like pitching against Mike Lurie. Mike's a great pitcher. I know it's always going to be a good game when he's pitching. And what I like the best is it's fast tempo. He gets up there, he's ready to pitch. It's strike one, strike two, like he's going. And there's a lot of rhythm and speed to his game, and I kind of like to be the same way. Get on the field, get off the field as fast as I can, get 3 outs as quick as I can, and keep the game moving. I think last year we had a game, we pitched against each other. It was under 2.5 hours, I believe, which to me that's awesome. Like I love pitching in games like that. They're competitive. I know he's going to be pitching well. I'm going to be pitching well, but just keeping the game moving and trying to get 3 outs as quick as we can. So I love pitching against Mike. It's always good competition. Next question's a bit of a deep one. I don't know if I know how to answer it. Describe yourself in 3 words. That's tough. I don't really think about myself like that too often. I'd have to say dedicated. I think I put a lot of dedication and effort and time into the stuff that I love and the people that I love. Dedicated, you could say tall, I guess. I'm obviously very tall, especially here in Taiwan. 206 centimeters, about 6'9". Learner, I guess you could say learner. I love learning new things. I love trying new things. Would you ask, what's your favorite Canadian food or cuisine? I get asked this a lot, and I don't really eat a ton of specifically Canadian food. I don't know many other than like poutine or maple syrup. I guess maybe maple syrup would be my favorite. I don't really eat poutine. It's very heavy food, but I guess maple syrup would be my biggest Canadian food that I like on pancakes or waffles, stuff like that. Favorite Taiwanese snacks? Like I said, sui jin bao is good, and another one of my favorites is the scallion pancakes. Those are really good, especially in Hualien. Hualien has very good scallion pancakes, so I really enjoy those. Except for pitcher, what place would you want to play? I love playing the infield, first base. I was obviously a big target for throws across the infield, but I love playing first base. I think I can play a good first base. I still think I could, but I just can't hit, so I don't miss it that much because I know I'm not going to hit, but I do love playing the infield. What do you think of the new players coming to Uni Lions this year? CL Hu, Wilson Rosario, Kiri Mela, and Logan Andrusek. I've gotten to know Logan a little bit. We flew in together from San Francisco. We're sitting beside each other on the plane. So Logan and I have met, and we've gotten along so far. He seems like a great guy, and he's just every bit as tall as I am, so that's kind of different this year. But Kiri and Willen, I have not met yet. But I'm excited to meet those guys and go to work with them this year. And Hu, I've heard a lot of good things about Hu as a player. He obviously is a very good hitter, and I think he's going to help our team this year. Again, I haven't met him. I don't know too much about him. I've never seen him play, but from what I hear, he's a great hitter, and he should help our team this year. What are your opinions on losing 4-0 last year in the championships? It's bitter. It's really bitter. We worked all season to get to that point, to get to the Taiwan series, and then to lose 4-0 was just devastating. I just don't think, sadly, we weren't ready to play. I think that showed, not just in the championship series, but the last 2 weeks or so going into the Taiwan series. We just weren't playing good baseball. So it's something I hope we all learn from this year, and we can all get through a whole season this year of just good, steady baseball, and get back to that Taiwan series and really make up for last year. I think we're all disappointed with what happened last year, and I know I am personally and as a team. So yeah, it's definitely bitter losing 4-0 to the brothers, but I think it should just motivate us even more for this year to get back there and to get some retribution for that. People always say that the food in Tainan is much sweeter than the rest of Taiwan. I never really thought of it until this person said it, and now that they say it, I do see that. The Taiwan food I love it. The Taiwan food is very good. But yeah, now that you say it, it is sweeter. I don't know what it is in there. Obviously, I don't cook it, but it is. Now that you say it, I do notice that. Which part of Taiwan do you like the most? I love Hualien. I've said that in a lot of interviews. It's such a really cool environment. All the cities on this side are just so busy, which is fine, but I'm just not a city guy. I like to be kind of out in the country and by myself and a little slower lifestyle, and that's exactly what Hualien is. The views are beautiful, the beach is beautiful, the train to get there is awesome. So yeah, I love Hualien. Hey Brock, my dad, Matt, and Brad were good friends. I want to know from you how much of a role model Brad was to you. For those of you that don't know, Brad was a coach of mine growing up and also my high school teacher. He was just an awesome guy. He was always full of excitement about my career, and even before I had a professional career, just our team, whoever he was coaching, and always brought a lot of excitement and energy and expectation to his team. So I miss Brad a lot. He was a huge role model for me, and just always kept up with my career and always genuinely wanted to know how I was doing. And so yeah, I miss Brad, and we've got a lot of great memories, a lot of memories from way back when in my baseball career that I'll never forget. So, all right, the next question is actually from my mom. There's a few questions. What does it feel like to experience an earthquake? It was something different for sure. My first one, I was actually in quarantine in Kaohsiung my first year that I was here in 2020, and it really throws you for a bit of a loop. All of a sudden, it's almost like getting seasick. It just feels like you're swaying. And then last year we had a big one, or for me it was big. It was I think a 5.3 earthquake when we were in Taipei, and Carly, my wife, was actually with me, and we were on the 15th floor of a hotel in Taipei, and I swear that hotel was out over the road and then came back, and I know my wife didn't enjoy that too much, but yeah, it's different. It's something I've never experienced before. Coming to Taiwan, they're a little scary for sure, a little rumble and then the swaying back and forth, but just try to stay calm, I guess. And the last question, I've purposely left it to the end because it was the most popular question, and I know everybody wants to know what I think about Teddy being with the brothers this year. I hold nothing against Teddy. Baseball's a business. If he felt like that was his best move to go over to the brothers and play for them, that's what he's got to do. I felt like staying with the Lions was my best move. So I hold nothing against Teddy. We're still, I consider him a friend, and I'm sure we'll still talk throughout the season. With that being said, he is now on the brothers, and he is an enemy. He's an opponent. So we're gonna be playing hard against them, and there's no holding back when we're playing against them. So I'm sure we'll have some good games against each other, and I'm excited for that. But no, at the end of the day, baseball is a business, and he's got to do what he's got to do. So I hold nothing against him. With that being said, thank you guys so much for sending in your questions. Like I said, there's a few repeats, so I kind of just kept them as broad as I could to answer all of those so we can get through this in a decent amount of time. But I appreciate the questions. I hope you guys learned something about me and yeah, where I stand on things and some of my experiences here in Taiwan and back in Canada. So stay tuned for the next video. If you did like this Q&A, please like the video, comment on it if there's something I didn't answer or you would still like to know, and subscribe to the channel. Hopefully there will be more stuff coming yet this year and stuff that you guys are interested in. So thank you guys, and we'll see you next time.